welcome back to my channel. Thanks for returning. So today I have a hair tutorial for you guys. It's a braid tutorial. These are my two favorite braids in the whole world. Like, they're amazing. They make everyone look so good. I would go to school and, be there at like 9 in the morning, and I would have these braids done in my hair, and all my classmates would be like, wow, did you wake up at like 5 a.m. to do those braids? I'm like, hell no. These braids are gonna just make you look like a princess if you're into that look, which I totally am. And, just like super classy too and super put together. Even though you just rolled out of bed, you got no time on your hands. And, these actually only take about a couple minutes to do. People think that they take so long and they're like, I can't do these. These are gonna take me an hour. When in reality, they're not that bad. You just gotta practice. I believe in you. So let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first braid we're going to do is a Dutch braid. I'm just going to go ahead and brush my hair out, get the tangles out, and make a side part all the way on either the left or the right side of your head. I've done the left side here and I've made a pretty far off part. And I'm just going to brush all the rest of my hair to the opposite side of the part, so it's all on the right hand side. From there, I'm fluffing up my hair a bit, getting the hair off the scalp, and then I'm going to go ahead and use some dry shampoo. This stuff is really awesome, and what we mainly want to do with this is just spray it on the roots. This is going to give our hair that much needed volume and texture for when you want to get those really big chunky braids, or maybe you just have freshly washed hair and your hair is just really silky and not that great for braiding. So I'm going to take a section of hair closest to the part, kind of in a rectangle shape. And I'm going to divide that into 3 separate sections. Try to get the hair as evenly split as you can, but it's not that big of a deal. So after I've got my 3 sections all split up, I'm going to take the front section closest to my forehead and I'm going to bring it under that middle section. Then I'm going to do that with the back. So I'm going to take the back section and cross it under the middle section. So it's really important you go under the middle section. That's what's going to give us the Dutch braid look. So I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to take that front section, bring it under the middle, but now I'm going to add some extra hair. So I'm going to grab some extra hair, add it to the back section, and then cross it under the middle section. Take some extra hair from the front and cross it under. I'm going to always just take a little bit of hair, add it to the section, and cross it under the middle section. There you can see the pattern is starting to emerge of our Dutch braid. It's important to keep tugging the hair tight so our braid doesn't get too loose in the process of us adding the extra sections in. And I'm alternating hands where one hand holds the braid tight and the other hand will go ahead and grab a section and bring it under the middle strand. Now I'm starting to really grab hair from the back of my head, seeing as this is a very much to the side braid. So I need to go ahead and really collect all the hair from the back of my head so I don't have any left over on the left side. And once you have all the hair collected from the back of your head, you don't have to add any more sections in. You just have to finish the braid same way as we started, making sure the left and right strands go always under the middle strand. And you're just going to repeat this all the way down to the very end. But wait, the most important and best tip I can give you guys is to puff up your braid at the end. So here I'm just taking a little bit at a time and tugging each section out a bit, giving it a little bit more a little bit more texture. This is how you achieve those really puffy, big, chunky braids that you see all over Instagram. And this is how you do it. You just have to take each strand out carefully at a time. Don't tug too hard. You don't want to have the strand come out, but you do want to give it as much texture as possible. And here is the finished Dutch braid look. Let's move on to our second braid in this tutorial, the rope braid. So I'm just going to repeat how I prepped my hair for the first braid, brushing it out, making the part all the way to one side of the head, and bringing all the extra hair over to the opposite side. I'm just going to reapply a little bit of that dry shampoo. Never enough texture, never enough fluff. So go ahead and section off the first piece. It's going to be another rectangular section. And this time you're just going to divide it into two separate sections. Once you have the two sections parted, you're going to take the front section and just bring it over the back section. Hold that top section tight and release the bottom section. Go ahead and grab a little bit more hair, bring it over the top section, and release the bottom section. You always want to keep tension on that top strand, but once the front piece crosses over, you can release the bottom section. So just keep grabbing a front section, bringing it up and over the back section, and releasing the front. Front section goes up and over, up and over. Here the braid is really starting to show, and I'm just going to keep doing this pattern of bringing the top section over and up over the back section until I reach the base of my skull. Now that I've reached the bottom, here's where it gets a teeny bit tricky. So I've gone ahead and done all the hair. As you can see there, I'm grabbing the last bit of hair from the back of my neck. And what you're going to do is start twisting each section to the left. So I'm going to twist the section to the left, and I'm going to twist the other section to the left as well. You want to make sure you're twisting the sections to the same side. And then I'm going to cross them to the right. So it's kind of counterintuitive, but just remember, twist the braids to the left and cross them over the right. The section in the back always is the one that crosses first, and it's going to go over the front section. It's okay if you kind of lose the tension in the hair every time you cross over. That's normal. Just keep twisting the hair a little bit to the left every time before you cross it over. You'll notice if you're doing it right because it won't actually hold a twist if you're twisting it and crossing it in the wrong direction. So just, give it a try. If you get it wrong the first time, you can always double back a little bit, but it really should look like a rope once you're done. And just secure it with an elastic. And here is our rope braid. That's so out of Game of Thrones, right guys? So last trick, don't forget to go ahead and give it a tug like we did in the last braid. I'm just going to grab each section and start kind of pulling it out slightly. Be a little more careful with this braid as they do tend to come out a lot faster and easier than the last braid. So just be gentle, you don't want to pull too much, but just enough to really give it that extra texture, extra puffed up look. It's going to really change the way the braid looks. Alright you guys, there you have it. These are my two favorite braids in the whole wide world. And they're not that hard to do, just practice. You'll get it down after a few tries. And yeah, you could just rock that princess look to the grocery store, to the gym, to school, you know, anywhere. Alright you guys, so don't forget to please hit like and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to have new tutorial videos coming out every single week, so hit the bell notifications as well so you can keep seeing the content I'm going to be putting out. And yeah, have a wonderful day. See you next time. Ciao, bellas!